Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. SOEV goes so steady. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. SOEV goes so steady. Just like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We ain't done now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We ain't done now. In the zone, touchdown like welcome.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We's live with it, baby. We are here. And I know you could be anywhere on the internet right now, man. You could be on somebody else's Facebook. You could be on Instagram. You could be anywhere in the world. But right now, you live with Thomas, baby. What's good? What's good? What's good? My name is Thomas Ryan. I am the writer, the creator, and once upon a time, the letterer of the Average Joe comic series and so much more stuff, man. If you stick with me, you're gonna find out a lot more, man. But right now, it ain't about me, man. This really ain't about me, man. Today, I wanna acknowledge some people. I gotta acknowledge the people, and I'm talking about these 48 people that said, "Look, Thomas, AT, I believe in you, man. I seen that comic book, and I thought it was dope, man." So shout out to all 48 people that believed, backed this campaign. And guess what? There's still 12 days left, man. There's still 12 days left to get on this thing, man. And if you haven't found out yet, there's more to know, man. There is a lot more to know. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on as well, man. I mean, I got to talk to my boy Ryan Shimek because he got that pitch joint. Do you know about it? Listen, if you don't know about the pitch joint yet, what rock? Tell me where that rock is that you've been living under. Just let me know where it is, man. So I could get you from up under there, man. I got that and some stuff that going on. Some stuff came to my attention. But we're going to talk about that in a second, man. But I want to acknowledge these 48 people that looked at me and believed and backed this campaign. There's still 12 days left to get on this joint. Do you feels me? All right, man. And the stretch goes, man. I promise you that in Corona, it's just a little tickle. The stretch goes, man. 3,500 diggity. You know what I mean? We're going to get down with the people from Concrete. We got the Acolyte, Absolver, and the Odina joint, man, coming at 3,500. So understand that these books right here, these books are fire. All right. I took a read on my own. I took some time out. I read these joints, and these is coming at 3,500. So if you want the real, if you want that real, then you need to help us get to that 3,500 diggity joint. Do you feel me, man? Hopefully you do. So moving on, because if you've been around, if you've been with me every day, then you sure already know, man. You sure already know that we got the rewards out this joint. This is what's coming right now. As of right now, we got the Average Joe #1 joint. We got the Average Joe #2 joint. We got the variant cover, the 11x14. We got the comic strip, and we got the Average Joe and Timer joint. It's so the starter kit game is real, man. And this is all physical backers, man. So that's what you can expect when we get to that, man. We rolling through this thing because today's my baby boy birthday. Shout out to Camden. I love you. If you're watching this years down the line, just know you owe me, boy. You owe me. All right. But daddy love you. All right. Let's take another look at this Average Joe variant. This is now a tier. So $15. 15 cash, you're going to get a one-of-a-kind joint. So that means when Thomas Ryan becomes Thomas Ryan, you're going to have a Thomas Ryan. And they're going to be like, oh, man, let me get a big up. You know, I ain't going to big myself up like that. But it's going to be exclusive is what I'm telling you, man. It's what I am telling you. There's also another tier, man. I had another tier. People always want to be a part, right? People always want to be a part, right? So I made another tier where you can add a character to the Average Joe world, either a hero or villain. There's only 6 slots for these joints, so once they're gone, they're gone. And you see them in follow-up issues, man, for sure. So there is another opportunity to be a part of this thing, man. All right. So moving on from here, man. Some stuff actually came to my attention. A couple of things came to my attention today, and we're going to get to that. We're definitely going to get to that after a word from our sponsor. Today's live stream is sponsored by Vivid Panel. They've got timeless stories with awesome gear to match. You can get the best quality at affordable prices at vivpanel.com. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I sponsored myself, man. Yes, I do. I sponsored myself. VivPandle.com, man. I got gear. You can get the sample. Don't try to be slick and go over there and get the book because you can't get the book from there. But you could get the sample 8 pages at VivPandle.com. So you could get the sample, get you a little shirt, man. You know what I mean? 20 cash. What's you gonna do with 20 cash? You know what I mean? Especially when they talking about a retail insider is claiming that Xbox Series X might be 600. 600 beans for that joint. Personally, I feel like it might be fake news. It may be fake news. Who knows? I'm not sure. But all I'm saying is this apply? Is Sony just putting this information out? Is this apply? So what? Even if it is $600, so what? We Xbox fans out here, man. We gonna represent regardless, bro. You know what I mean? And all right, okay, fine. It costs $5.99. So let's not buy that. How about we go ahead and let's go buy an iPhone, right? $700. How about that? Wait, matter of fact, you ain't like an iPhone. We got the Samsung. Let's buy that for $629, right? Oh, you ain't into phones, right? Let's pay our pair of Yeezys for like $700. It don't matter, man. Make the Xbox $1,000. I'm still buying it because I stand by mine, man. But anyway, let me not rant. I'm not gonna go on a rant today. Instead, I gotta tell you about this Kickstarter that came to my attention, man. I think I was in a thread somewhere and I was talking and I met this dude named Ryan Shimek. And you know, we chopped it up, we networked a bit, and I checked out his Kickstarter. And this is his number one. This is the Pits, man. The Pits. And honestly and truthfully, it looks fire. Like bloody, gory, gladiator-esque. I was like, nah, man, I gotta tell people about this, man. So I decided to say, yo, Ryan, man, you want to show up and you know what I mean, talk about this thing? And he's like, yes, sir. So I'm gonna let you know a little bit. I'm gonna let you know a little bit about this man before I bring him on here. All right. So the Pits, he ain't no one-trick pony. All right. He's not no one-trick pony. All right. Because the Pits ain't his first joint. You gotta understand that Manifestation of Light, he did that prior. And this is a novel that he wrote, and it's available on Amazon right now. So this man, he's been writing for a while. He's also one of our service members, man. He's a fellow service member. He's in the United States Air Force, man. Salute to that man there. So it's official. So you got to understand. See, because this is a topic that I really wanted to get into. So you got to understand. My son, he was in the Air Force. He was writing short stories. Then he started writing novels. And then now he's into comic books. And it made me think, because a lot of the OGs feel a kind of way sometimes, man. They feel like, yo, you got to be writing forever before you could do this stuff, man. So the question and the topic that I have today is, must you be a lifelong comic fan to create comics? A good comic? Is that the case, man? I don't know. We'll find out now. Anyway, we're going to talk about that with Ryan. I'm going to bring Ryan up in here right now. Hey, Ryan, what's good, man?
What's going on, man? Hey, first, happy birthday to your son. That's awesome.
Hey, I know he appreciates that. He gonna eat a whole bunch of cake and ice cream and all that cool stuff, man. So I know he appreciates that, man. So first off, thank you for your service, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's it's been a fun experience. Been met great people. Been all over the world. Can't complain.
Yeah, man. You know what? It feels good to say that to somebody else, Funch, because when they say it to me, I feel so weird. Thank you for your service. I don't even know the answer that I should give.
It's weird, man. You know, people ask me, I'm like, "What do you say that?" Like, it's not your welcome. Right answer. Like, you know, no problem. So I don't know, but I mean, it's definitely appreciated when people recognize it.
Absolutely, man. So wait, where you from? Where are you stationed now?
Right now, I'm stationed in Joint Base, Maryland, living in Alexandria, Virginia. Originally from San Antonio. That's where all my family is. I have two awesome little girls that live there. Get back at home as often as possible.
Okay, dope, man. So I'm gonna have to let you know, Ryan. I'm gonna let you know right now, man, that this is a family show. So we gonna put it all. We puts it all on the tables, man. We don't just back anybody, man. We gotta put it all on the table, and we gotta work with people that we know and we like. So I gotta ask you to break this ice question, right? This is a question I need to know. We all want to know. Tell us, man, what's one weird, quirky thing about yourself that only somebody that knows you very well will know? Let us know.
All right, my fiance spends the most time with me. So I saw in your intro. I actually saw you wearing a My Hero Academia shirt, and so
Mhm.
I got her to watch it. And I don't know if you know that Nomu's on there. They make that like weird high pitched sound.
Yeah,
And so
yeah, no.
like I'll do it like in the hallway walking around our apartment just to embarrass her. Like just
Oh,
kind of yeah. Yeah, she absolutely hates it, but that's what she gets for being with me.
oh man. So you run around making the no move sounds out of nowhere like
Oh
it's
yeah,
Tourette's or something. All
oh
right,
yeah.
man. Well, that definitely passes. That definitely passes as the weird, quirky thing. So, if you see Ryan and he's making a no move sound, just know that that's normal for this man right here, man. So, what's your take on this topic here, man? You do because you've been kind of like myself because I was in the army. I was writing music, then I started writing screenplays, then I started writing comic books. And some people feel like, hey, listen, you gotta be in this, like you gotta come out of the womb with a Spider-Man #1 in your hand, reading off rip in order to be a comic creator. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. I don't think that's necessarily true. It doesn't take reading a bunch of old school comics to be a good storyteller. I can't even say that. I mean, I've liked comics since I was a young kid, but it's kind of been the thing where I fall off and back on again. But I said you don't need to be a good storyteller. You just need to have an awesome story to tell, and just if that's the medium you want to do it in, comic books, you can. It's a great place to do. You can do it visually. The great artist, and it's just you can do so many things in a comic that you can't do in a novel or anywhere else.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. So I'm playing devil advocate right now. So if I was a plumber for 35, I promise you that's not. I promise you that's not Corona. I got tested the other day. Hold on. Oh,
All right, good.
that's that good. Yeah. So if I was a plumber for 30 years, and I woke up one day like, yo, I want to make a comic. I seen this comic. I want to make it. You, oh man, I promise you, it's not.
All right, good, man.
Yeah. You think that somebody could just, if they're able to tell a story, that they could literally just make it if they're good at storytelling?
I mean, you gotta practice the craft, but I mean, if somebody's passionate about something and they truly want to do it and learn how to do it, I don't see why not. I mean, my Mario was a plumber, and you're doing all right.
That's dope. That's true. That's true. So how about you? Do you got any like special processes when it comes to writing? Because we all know writing is hard. So like they say to get better at writing is just to write. What are your processes when making a book like The Pitch?
My process, I don't do a lot of outlines like people. I guess traditionally I outline a lot of the story in my head. I kind of know point A to point B to point C where it's want to go, and I kind of play through it almost like it's a movie in my head. And then from there, it kind of gets written down on paper, and then I can really flesh out the characters and learn them as I go. Yeah, I have to be in the right kind of mindset to write. I can't just sit down and do it. I guess there's a mood I have to be in. It has to be quiet around me. I can't do no distractions or anything like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much my system. And nothing crazy or out there that a lot of people have quirky ways they write, but I think mine's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, man. Being a writer is a pretty lonely existence, man. I'm not gonna lie. Because you spend a lot of time by yourself in your own head, man. So
I don't want to argue too. I mean, you're spending time with your characters, so you get to learn them a little bit.
absolutely, definitely, man. So all right. So how long would you say that you've been writing? Period. Like how long have you been a writer?
I mean, I remember, I think it was fourth grade. Writing stories. My teacher telling me I have this vivid imagination, and that always stuck with me. Kind of here and there throughout life, as things change. I think in high school I was writing a bunch of like song lyrics. So I thought I was gonna be a rock star. And my ex-wife got pregnant with my youngest daughter, and I picked up Game of Thrones by George Martin and started reading that, and that kind of just sparked just all the stories come into my head again, and I had to start writing. And when that happened, I had a buddy, and we kind of started bouncing ideas, and I wrote some terrible novel, but I learned a lot from it. It was just god awful. And then eventually Manifestation of Light, which you showed earlier, came along, and kind of went with that. I loved it, and just worked out.
Dope, man. Yeah, that looks like a dope book, man. So How did you get the idea? Like, how long did it take you to write the manifestation of light, man? Joint.
About a year and a half total, from starting to write it to actually publishing it, self-publishing it through Amazon. Thinking, going like getting to the idea of it, it was the adult. I'm sorry, I'm not going blank. Basically write what you know. And I was at the time, my kids are center of my life. It's like I know how to be a father, and so this story is about a father doing whatever it takes to save his kid from basically a destiny that he doesn't think is right for his son. So
dope.
He basically rebels against his religion, his culture to protect his son.
Dope. So about the pitch, like, how did you come up with that one? Like, because that seems like a timeless story. Like, revenge. Who don't want revenge? I want revenge on my internet service provider for yesterday. So everybody wants revenge at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I was aiming at it somewhere. But I love fantasy. I just mentioned, George Martin, Game of Thrones. Everybody knows him. But you got people like Joe Abercrombie, who's a really gritty writer. His books are super violent. All of his characters are real gritty, and they've all been basically through hell. And I pull a lot from a lot of the writers I read, and kind of just a lot of the influences. And I can't really pinpoint where the story came from. Just one of those things that pops in your head. Like, man, let's make a cool story. I said, love the movie Gladiator. Obviously, love Game of Thrones. I always people ask me, what this book like? I say it's kind of a combination of the two. And again, love strong female leads. There's so many awesome video games with a strong female lead, awesome books, and so I thought it'd be cool to run with that for once and do something with who is now Elle.
I gotta say, I can't wait to get my hands on it. It looks like it's very well done, and like, you're like me. We didn't start off just making books, right? We didn't just. At what point? I want to know what point in the Air Force you said, I want to just focus on a little bit more like writing and stuff. Like, what point you said that weird space to be like, all right, I'm flying, and then I'm gonna write a book while I'm up here. Like, how?
Well, before I answer, I would say that's something I love too in the Air Force. Like, what do you fly? What kind of plane do you fly? Like, I don't fly a plane. Not all of us do. But God, I said it was when my ex-wife was pregnant with my youngest daughter, and I just got back into reading. My buddy Clinton, he recommended the Game of Thrones, and I was like, I'm gonna read the books before the show comes out. And have you watched the show at least? Do you know what happens in it?
Listen, I'm the 1% that I tried to watch it like 4 times. I fell asleep on the first episode like 4 times.
All right, so I won't go into spoilers, but basically just what happens at the end of the first book. Like, I was like, okay, this is okay. And then the end of the first book happened, and everybody that knows the books and the show knows what I'm talking about.
Right.
And it was just like, oh man, like this just triggered some kind of emotion in me where I was like, and I said all these stories and ideas started popping in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna start writing again. Just kind of sat down and started, dabbling with short stories and stuff, and just materialized eventually.
Dope, man. So, you said the manifestation of light took you a year and some change. Yep. So I need to know, because I don't know. For me, when I write something, just it feels right. It feels good. I'm like, this is ready to go. I'm ready to put this out. I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to move forward with it. So at what point do you know when it's like, all right, yeah, this is the product. I'm ready to publish this. I'm ready to put this on Kickstarter. I'm ready to do whatever it is I want to do with it. At what point do you realize that when you're writing?
I think, man, you just gotta be something that sticks with you all the time. As you think about it day and night, you love how it turns out. You plan for the scenes in your head about how certain things are going to go. My little brother Evan is a huge factor in all this. He's edited all my stuff a lot. And so I was bouncing ideas off him. And he's like, I really love this too. It's a cool story. It has so many potentials of where it could go after the first issue. And that's when I was like, all right, man, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find an artist and we're going to roll with it. And found a great artist, and he put some great stuff together. And I love where we're at. I love what we put together. And I can't wait for people to read it and see what they think.
How'd you go about finding your artists and stuff? Did you know somebody, or did you put out an ad?
Like how a lot of people do, I think, started out, jump on the groups on Facebook and started looking through artist profiles. A lot of people are posting their work and stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
I found Rayleigh and absolutely loved his work, and he was kind of advertising that he had some open time and open slots, and I hit him up, and he was like, "Man, this book looks cool. Let's do it." So
Nice.
just worked out.
Dope, man. All right, so listen, we relatively new heads, right, to this comic thing, right? So the question really is, so what do you want? What do you want? Like, what do you want out of comics? Now that you're in this medium, you went from novels, you jumped to comics. What do you want to be the next Stan Lee? Because you're are you a colorist too, aren't you?
Yeah, I did. I did color this book. I don't know if
You colored this whole book.
I'm still learning, but yeah, it's a process, and I'm trying to get better every day.
My son, he got skills. So you colored this joint too. So so what do you want out of it? What do you want out of comics? You want to be the next Stan Lee? You trying to be McFarlane, the McFarlane of colors? What you trying to do out here?
I mean, I don't have any, I guess delusions of grandeur or anything. I want to be able to sustain, I guess, just putting books out on a regular basis. Which this Kickstarter is kind of already letting me go into the second book. That's all I really want to do. I want to put out stories that people enjoy, that maybe have a small, loyal fan base that slowly continues to grow and lets me keep putting books out. That's my main goal, is just to keep writing, and it's what I'm passionate about. I love writing stories, and just want a medium to do that in.
That's dope. That's dope, man. So, do you have any advice for, like, let's say a guy just said, "Hey, man, I seen Ryan's book. I haven't been writing comics all my life. How would I start if I wanted to start writing comics? I wanted to get into it. What advice would you give to someone when they want to start out?"
Well, I guess, I guess we'll start the foundation. Look up how to write a script and go from there. You kind of just learn the basics there. How to talk to an artist. There's a lot of great resources out there about writing scripts and stuff, and what make it easier for an artist to capture your image. And then from there, it's a lot of making connections with the indie world that I've experienced so far has been absolutely fantastic. I've met people like Travis Gibb, Chuck Pino, Aaron Dallin. All these guys have helped me learn how to put a Kickstarter together. Learn what are decent stretch goals. What are some cool things to throw in your book? Hook me up with some a letter. I limit my letterer through I think through Twitter, actually, and Travis Gibb uses them a lot too. So it's just networking. Ask questions. A lot of these indie creators aren't afraid to help out. Like I said, Travis has been great. Every question I've had for him about launching a book, or what goes into making a book, he's responded promptly and answered all my questions. So people are just great in this community. They don't really look at people as rivals, as more as friends, and want other people to achieve their goals and keep putting books out. So people are fans of indie books too, and that's all these guys are. And then also, just keep building that audience, interact with people in these Facebook groups, on Instagram, on Twitter. Get people to learn your name, get people to trust you. I think that's the hardest thing as a first time creator is, people don't know me. Like me, I could just be throwing this together and not really deliver on it. So when they actually get that book in their hand, stuff that's to establish that trust and make sure that I'm starting to build my name up. And they when I do put that second book out, they're like, "Oh man, I have this first book, and now I'm going to talk it up with my friends, and hopefully keep building up from there."
Dope. So I see this is your first Kickstarter, right?
It is. It's been a learning experience.
You backed 31 of them, and I'm looking at it right now. It looks well done. Did you find out anything new, like any little tips and tricks in running the Kickstarter on this first joint? Because I went in blind. I was like, listen, I had this thing sitting here for a year. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna figure it out as I go. So did you pick up any tips or any like need to know information that you wish you would have knew prior?
Well, like I said, I've learned a lot from guys like Travis Gibb and Aaron Dallin who've run successful Kickstarters. So I wasn't super blind going into it, but there's still we're going through these pages and stuff, putting everything together. It was a learning experience, seeing how everything in the layout goes. But Kickstarter makes it super easy for you to put your project together. I think all the tools are just embedded within it, and there's, like I said, it's super easy to add photos, videos and stuff. I wish I was better at making videos. My video is very so I'll definitely be working on that for the next one. What else? There's you'll get spammed a lot by people wanting to promote you. I think that's kind of a waste of money and waste of time.
Yeah.
They're looking for a quick buck. And there's something else that I think is pretty cool that I discovered Kickstarter people do is you find maybe a new creator like me and you. We can promote each other's books through updates to our own backers and try to get our own traffic to other people as well. So it's like it's just kind of networking together and forming that teamwork to help each other succeed.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you look closely at my list of people to thank, you're going to see a Ryan on there. So, he backed my campaign, I backed his. And I think that at the core, well, one of the things that I learned for sure is like one of the biggest tips and takeaways of running a Kickstarter off like from the beginning and first time is having an audience. It's crucial. Like you got to have somebody to push it to, because it's like you build an audience to a certain level. This is what I learned. You build an audience as best you can before you launch. And even after you launch, you continue, you're always building an audience, but you can easily set yourself up for success if you have an audience, because you have an idea of, okay, I have this many people on my platform, so I can likely raise this much. You can make a very, very, very good estimate by having an audience already. So I learned that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I think the goal too is with every Kickstarter you run is slightly keep building that audience up, so your backer count goes up each time you launch a new project.
Right. Yeah, man. But this looks dope, man. You want me to play the video? I mean, I don't know.
We don't have to go through it.
Okay, it's all good. I mean, I listen. I can't watch my video. I feel weird every time I look at it. I'm like, I don't know why.
I don't want to see it. I put it up there and just left it.
It's all good, man. So, all right. So, the pitch, it's a brutal, action-packed gladiator series, man. Action-packed fantasy tale centered around a girl's tragic loss of her family and a bloody journey towards revenge. You got $1,923, 55 backers, and 21 days to go, man. So you're doing pretty good, man. Out of 500, you're doing pretty daggone good, man. So you want to tell us a little bit more about this story? What's going on in this book that you're pushing right now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So it's about this girl named Elle. She's you got your typical fantasy setting. She's living on a farm with her family, just normal life. She helps her dad, milk the cows, farm the land, helps her mom in the kitchen, stuff like that. Basically run the household. And one day, these barbarian raiders kind of show up on her front porch, and a night of murder ends up with her parents dead in front of her, and she's taken captured by these dudes, and they are led by a guy named King Elroth, who we see a lot in the book, who's pretty much the main protagonist. But these people, they capture these kids and whoever to use basically slave labor. And in her instance, she shows that she has this kind of ferocity to her. So they let's use her for some entertainment. We'll throw her in our gladiator pits. And so it's basically she's fighting against other people that have been captured too. But she just kind of just turns out there. She discovers a part of herself she didn't know was there. She kind of has this, berserker mentality. When she sees red, that's all she can see. And she kind of makes her way through it. And she has this thing with Elroth that he tells her if she makes it to the top, and he'll grant her whatever request she has. And her main request is to fight him. So that's kind of what she's striving for. Yeah, and she holds him responsible more than anybody. So that's all she wants.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And I'm looking at this right now. You said you're not that good at colors, but these colors are these looking really fire right now.
This cover wasn't me. It was actually my artist's brother that did this cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I can't take credit, but it is a fantastic. It might be one of my favorite covers of the bunch. She did a good job.
Yeah, man. It's I love the look of this, man. So this is the same cover right here, right? Yeah, this is the same cover. This is dope, bro.
Yeah, we just released that one on Monday this week, so it's kind of with how well everything was going. I felt like I needed to throw another one on there, and so it was worth it. I think it was really good.
Yeah, man, it's looking dope. So you already got some stretch goals that you unlocked, huh? All right.
Yeah,
you unlock some stretch goals. You get a logo magnet so far. get an air freshener. I wonder what the Pitts air freshener smell like. You know what I mean?
Well,
Hopefully, it
probably
ain't smell like no pitch. You know. I mean, yeah, man. You got the digital deluxe and up. Backers receive a digital copy of John Slim's Junior Infinity Agents.
Yeah, we got a bunch of unlocked digital comics, so I know you're kind of pushing some too. But yeah, it's been I've had a lot of Travis Gibb donated a couple, John Schlim donated Infinity Agents, and Aaron Dowen of Catalyst Comics downloaded Tilt #1, their book. So it's pretty cool to have all these guys kind of contribute and help out with the project in that way.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely it's good to collaborate with other indie artists, man, and this is the perfect way to do it, man. And Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, I heard of that one before. So yeah, man. Small world, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's looking good. It's veteran owned, of course. Right. And these are your colors here?
Yeah, these are my colors.
Yeah, man. Like it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And it looks like it's a really good story. I can't wait to get in this. You probably got a long lifetime fan of me, for sure. Because this is looking like it's dope.
I'm excited about Average Joe too.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, the art is looking crazy, man.
Yeah, Rayleigh just really captured all the characters. I mean, they're all unique, and he did a fantastic job with it.
Hey, man, the links to this stuff is in the chat, man. So yeah, I need to check my boy out, man, because this is definitely worth a read for sure. This is fire too.
Oh yeah, that's a sweet guy, man. It's got Elroth chilling on his throne.
Wow. Wait, is he missing a hand, or is that?
He has a blade hand.
Oh,
and, body right here. He's kind of out chilling. He's done his work for the day.
That's fire. Yeah, this is looking dope. Oh, I see. He had a blade hand. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, man. Definitely can't wait to dive into this story. So, all right, here are your tiers, right? So you got a $4 tier, right?
Yep.
And digital bloodlust.
That's basically just your PDF version of the comic. Nothing crazy.
All right. And then you got the $6 joint.
And that one's gonna come with behind the line art, pencils you can take a look at, the script too, if anybody's interested in that. Kind of just get a behind the scenes look of the making of the Pits.
That's dope. That's fire. And you got the deluxe digital bloodlust, full length, and you get Manifestation of Light for 8K.
Yeah.
So how much is Manifestation of Light on Amazon right now?
You can get the Kindle version for $3. I think the paperback's like $13-$14 around there.
So okay, so look, yeah, you coming up, man. You get both for $8, so that's a good deal right there, for sure. You got the blood on your hands.
I'm start getting the physical tiers.
Okay, so this is the physicals. Okay, $10. All right, the relay variant. Okay, yeah, I love this cover, man. I might have to up my pledge. Well, my pledge was like 20. 28 or something like that. Am I gonna get this variant or no?
So depends on the tier, but we could probably work something out.
All right, man. Yo, hook me up, man. Show me some love out here, man.
I got you, man. I'll make sure you get one.
Yeah, man. This is looking dope. So you got the Rayleigh cover pack.
Yeah, that's when you get both of his covers. Like I say, he did the main and that variant D. So if you want both of them, and he's like I say, he's our main artist, so it's kind of just a pack to commemorate him and his artwork from his book.
Yeah, he killed this. I ain't gonna front. This is fire. All the blood on your hands. So now this is for all the blood on your hands. So you get all 3 covers, in Manifestation of Light. And is that all?
Yes, yeah, and each of the physical tiers come with all the stretchables we've unlocked, and as well as a holographic sticker you can see right there of Elroth.
That's dope.
This tier was put up before our 4th cover came up, so the next tier involves all our covers plus that 4th one if you want all 4 of them.
That's fire. But then you got the complete cover pack for 50 cash. And that's I think that's 4 covers, the sticker, and the book as well.
Yep. Yeah. I will say all the Manifestation Light, everyone is going to be digital. There's no physical copies going out of that.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So, all right, man. Look, you got some pretty cool stuff here. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. You got some pretty cool stuff here, right? You seem like a pretty good guy. I'm not going to lie, man. But we gotta definitely take some time out and make some confirmations here, man. All right. We definitely gonna have to make some confirmations here
Oh man.
and try and see, you know what I mean? And try and see if you are, you know, if you're a nerd or not. Right. So you're about to be the first one. You're about to be the first contestant on Nerd or Not right now.
See if I can keep my nerd card.
Hopefully you can keep it, man. Hold on. Let me see if I get this set up together, man. Because this is my first time actually doing this. So let me see. Let me see if I can get a clock going. All I need is a clock. Oh, good morning. All right, man. So we about to play Nerd or Not. Here's how this game is gonna go. Okay. I'm gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, trivia questions relating to nerd stuff, geek stuff, pop culture stuff. And you have 30 seconds to answer those questions. If you get the question right, you move on to the next question. If you get the question wrong, you stay on that question until you get it right. If you get all 3 right, you will be inducted into the Nerdverse. And if you don't get all these questions right, then I will have to remove you from my stream, block you, and unfollow you. I'm kidding. But I'm pretty sure that the people watching would be pretty disappointed if you didn't get these questions right. All right. So you have 30 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Let's do this thing. If my clock goes, we can do this thing. I promise you. All right. 30 seconds on the clock. All right. Question number 1. What is Thanos's skin color?
Come on, man. Starting me off easy. It's purple.
Okay. Got that correct. Question number 2. What comic companies are considered the big 2?
Come on, easy again. DC and Marvel. Give me something challenging.
Final question. Who is the queen of Naboo?
Come on, Padme. Easy.
Padme. Hey.
Padme is it Amidala? She got the 2.
Oh yeah, true. Hey, you won that with time to spare, man. Oh man. So I would like to welcome you. I would like to give you your ceremony and welcome you to the Nerdverse. You are officially a nerd. You are officially a nerd.
Glad to be
all right.
In that.
You got the basic baseline questions correct. So before we get out of here, let me check the comments because maybe somebody left you a comment and asked you something. MCU, DV, DC. Oh, he's answering. Hey, why are you giving him answers? He was giving you answers the whole time. Oh, I don't know, man. We have to do this again. Man. I don't know. All right, man. But before we get up out of here, man, just give everybody, one last reason why they should go ahead and back the pitch, man. Why should people go and back this book?
It's going to be an epic tale. This is just the start of it, and it's only going to go up from here. We have a lot of cool things in store for issue number 2, which is basically getting written right now. You don't want to miss out. It's going to be, like I said, epic story, action packed. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So come check it out.
Hey man, you heard the man. The pitch is live on Kickstarter right now. So go get that right now. All right, man. Yo, Ryan, thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for coming through. Your book looks amazing, and yeah, man. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun. Good luck to Average Joe for the rest of the way. Can't wait to check that one out too.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. All right, y'all, man, that wraps up this edition. I got baby stuff to do. I got partying and cake and stuff to eat. So I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.